It's interesting that none of you knew who Simon Cowell was. David, you must have known who Simon Cowell was.
I did. I knew who he was, but I didn't actually know that he was involved with the putting of this band together. I didn't know until after I had pretty much signed on the dotted line and agreed to it.
Wouldn't it have changed your mind if you'd known, with his on-air reputation?
To be honest, I'm not sure the answer to that question. You know, I'd seen American Idol on TV, and I have always been of the opinion that people tune in to see that persona, and it's just that, it's a persona. You know, we know him in real life now, and he's an honest guy. He says what he thinks, no more, no less. And he's the first guy to say, it's just my opinion. But people tune in to see his opinion. And so the more it like fuels itself and goes into it and whatever. But to come back to your question, I don't know if it would have made a difference either way. However, when I did find out that he was in charge, I did realize that this was going to be a much bigger scale than normal for the classical world. You know, normally you go in and you sing, make a CD, you put it out there, put it into the stores, and you pretty much go back to your life. You go back to opera. And when I found out he was involved, I thought, okay, this is going to be something different. This is going to be special.
You brought up something about his on-air persona. You've got these personas on stage. I'm wondering, Carlos, how much of that stage persona is real?
It is me. I'm really nice. I love to charm all the women. And yeah, it's like a sport for me. But the thing is, obviously, it doesn't mean that that if I charm that I just go with every single woman. Obviously, not now that I'm married. Maybe in the years and years before when I was young. When I was young, no, but yeah, I'm like that. I mean, I love just to have fun and just to I'm a natural charmer. This is why I was born. Yeah, because I'm as being Spanish, all the blood comes out in the passion. So that's it.
And is that the real you up there, Sebastian?
Yeah, I think so. I think for the most of us, actually, we didn't want to try to be someone else. I think that was the aim. Everyone has his own personality. So the aim was to keep our personalities and go on stage and be ourselves.
What are you going to do to guarantee the longevity of Il Divo?
As long as people likes it, enjoy it, all we're going to try to do is to improve things and learn from a mistake, or trying to bring something else to Il Divo so people don't get bored. And that's all our concern is to give. What we've been hired for is to be able to sing well and to give the best of ourselves.
Urs, what inspired you to get into music?
You know, when I was 5 and I went to school, it was kind of clear from my parents. My parents both. My dad wanted to become a singer when he was young, but he was a generation older than me, and he just had to take over my granddad's business. So, and singing, that was artistry, that was not a serious profession, you know. That was that time. But my dad and my mother, they have great voices. They've never been singing professionally, but they are just somehow very musical. And it was clear for me that I would learn an instrument. Like everyone, I got 3 brothers and 3 sisters and a brother, and everyone just started with an instrument when we went to school. And I started the violin and played violin for 10 years, and then got interested in rock music when I became a teenager and started playing guitar, electric guitar and bass and stuff like that. And just music just became somehow naturally a big part of my life. And when I finished high school, as I said earlier, I was really thinking, what am I going to do now? You know, I was interested in maths, I was interested in biology and animals and stuff like that. And all of a sudden it's like occurred to me, man, I'm busy with music all the time actually when I'm not in school and learning for school, so why not do something in that direction? And that's just what I did, and that's why I started off with music teacher, because that's a very broad study. You know, you got direction, you learn instruments, you got singing lesson, you learn music history, theory and all that stuff. So, and from there I specialized into classical voice. That's how it happened.
Sebastian, I heard something about you as a street performer. Tell me about when you performed Hotel California.
I didn't hear about that.
I did my homework.
Yeah, well, actually, it has happened a couple of times. The first time is when I was going to school. I was probably 13. I was really in love with a singer, with a girl, and she used to sing. And I told her, why don't we sing in the subway? That's the best way to see if people like the way we sing and music. But at that time, I was only playing guitar. So I was playing with her. We'd experienced that we had no need of money when we did that. It was just to experience the real life for us at that time. And it has happened one other time when, twice actually, when we were in Sweden with one of my cousins. We were broke. We couldn't come back home. So I had to do that because he gambled all the money on the boat. So we had to do that. And the second time was, to serenade a woman actually. But that was for the Fête de la Musique. You know, it's the day that we have in France where you celebrate music. We have a day, a special day. And the guy couldn't sleep because I was singing so loud. He took some water like this and threw it at me, and I was wet. And the girl said, "Bye." All right, though.
And he hit you with the bucket of water.
Yeah, everything on my face. I was really angry about him because I was wet, and the girl went away.
That's good. That sounds good.
It's a good story.
Good story.
Yeah, but it's a real story.
You should tell that at parties.
Yeah, yeah. You tell us the next one.
This is how a romance works.
Now, I'm going to quote you, David. I understand that when you were in high school, you were a geek.
True.
Come on.
Yeah. No.
Do you know that word, Sebastian?
What is
No, but it sounds.
It sounds like something else.
Sounds,
Yeah.
yeah, sounds very like.
Geek, nerd, what would we say? What's another word?
Nerd.
A
Yeah, I
nerd.
got that one.
No, what?
Nerd?
When you're very intelligent, you work less.
You intelligent, my God.
Thank you. Thank you. My brothers. Yes. No, it was a case of I wanted to be an astronaut from about 6th grade to the age where I got too tall to actually become a pilot. I wanted to be a pilot and pilot space shuttle, and that was like big passion for me. And then I got too tall, and it just was not a possibility anymore. So I started veering off in other directions, and I found music. So here's this kid who's very into sciences and also into music, and they kind of go hand in hand in a mathematical kind of way. But I could digress and show you how geeky I am and tell you why music and science go together, but I'm not going to. You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
the bones and the... Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, to answer your question, yes, I was a nerd in high school.
Well, you've recovered well.
Well, thank you. I'm not sure they would agree with you, but okay.
No,
As long as you think
as
so.
well.